So it may seem like this review came out of nowhere, but that's because, well, it did. Look, I'm not gonna dance around it. I'm really sick right now. My other videos aren't even close to being finished, and I want to keep my promise of at least one video a month because of my Patreon. Speaking of which, if you are a Patreon, hang out until the end of the video because I have a surprise for you. But in any case, Super Toss the Turtle is a sequel to the beloved Flash game Toss the Turtle, without the super. I think most people, including myself, were introduced to both this and the original because of the artist, Gonzo SSM, inclusion in the games. The guy is pretty talented, and you probably know him best for his animations. Even if not all his work is particularly, tasteful, I think is the word I'm looking for. This game just released yesterday, in fact, and for free, on both iOS and Android. Super Toss the Turtle lets you get more in-game coins through microtransactions and ads, but it's never in your face about it, and I appreciate that. For anyone not familiar with the original, what even is Super Toss the Turtle? Straight to the point, Super Toss the Turtle is a game where you launch a turtle out of a cannon for the farthest distance possible. You can buy different cannons and even guns to shoot them farther, and yes, it's as violent as it sounds. Needless to say, if you're someone who gets squeamish about gore in video games, Super Toss the Turtle is definitely not for you. But if violence is something that doesn't bother you, then you'll be pleasantly surprised to find an addictive pick-up-and-play game for mobile devices. And sure, it's easy to argue that there isn't a whole lot of depth in the mechanics, and a lot of it is seemingly luck, as we'll get to in a second, but I think it works well enough for a mobile title. Is that because I don't hold a high standard for mobile games in the first place? Maybe. But I think most people will be able to find at least a few hours of gameplay out of this one. Of course, as you would expect from Gonzo, the artwork is spot on. He has a pretty distinctive art style, and it definitely shows here. And it works well for the type of game that Super Toss the Turtle is. Everything is presented well, and at no point will the player just not get something. Is there anything wrong with the game? Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the control scheme. So working the cannon is how you'd expect. Aim and release at full power. What isn't what you would expect is how you're expected to move the turtle, or grape soda guy depending on your character. To move your character, you have to press and drag a line to aim the trajectory, and given how needlessly big phones have gotten the last few years, you'll find yourself having a hard time trying to aim your guy towards obstacles, especially if you decide to play on the tablet. If it were up to me, I'd rather have a digital analog to aim the turtle, because trying to hit obstacles at the speed you travel already is hard enough in most instances, and setting it up like it's set up here just makes it even harder. Regardless, for what it is, Super Toss the Turtle is a fun game, and with a price tag of $0.00, there really isn't a reason to not at least give it a go. Super Toss the Turtle gets a 4 out of 5 with the label of addictive. Hey, thanks for watching, and a huge thanks to my Patreon supporters. As a Christmas gift from me to you, I wanted to give all my supporters a shout out, even though I'm really sick right now. So, Abby Knutson, Anthony Combs, Rami Batter, Jane Bass, Oon McDonald, IEnderman06, Ryan Morovsky, DJ Gillard, Peace Shooter Film, and Forrest Hoover. Thank you all so much. And for longtime Patreons, Abby Knutson, Rami Batter, and Jane Bass, I send you a message on Patreon, and I want you to pick out my next couple of reviews. But thanks to all my viewers no matter what the case. But until next time, have a good one, and I hope you all have a Merry Christmas.